Hey everyone. Okay, so I'm gonna do a cooking video. Happy Saturday, Uh, and what I'm gonna make is, dinner for one person. Since I'm here by myself. And what I'm gonna make is this hanger steak that I got from the grocery store, right? And I'm gonna basically just saute this in this pot, and then for the side I'm gonna make some rice. So this is like a half, maybe 3/4 of a cup basmati rice, right? Washed. And then I'm gonna use some spinach, some onion, like one or maybe half of tomato, and some garnishing, right? Cilantro and mint as the second side. So the first thing I'm gonna do is let's turn on the heat, right? On the pot, kind of like a little bit high to medium, and then into this we're gonna have about maybe 2.5 tablespoons of olive oil. You can see, right? That's good enough. Now our hanger steak is kind of long, all right? So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna cut this into half. Sorry, bear with me. All right, here we go. So let's cut this in half, right here. Very easy, right? Simple. All right, so and then we're gonna throw this into our pan here. Our pot, right? Simple as that. And the second piece here, and then just let it saute, right? But before we do that, first thing we need to do is obviously use some salt, obviously, right? Where's my spatula? Okay, here we go. Some salt we're gonna use on this, and a couple of other things we're gonna use. So just bear with me. Sorry. So I got some sea salt in here. There we go. According to your taste, And then also we're gonna use a little bit of crushed garlic. You can see I have this garlic here, and just use a little bit of garlic, not too much, all right? Because you don't want to make this as a stew, but you want to basically, you can marinate this and then cook it, but I would rather do this because I didn't want to marinate this. All right, so that's all garlic. And then I have this stir fry sauce, right? A little bit of stir fry sauce, and that's gonna give it that what do you call the soya, kind of like a little bit of soya taste to it, right? Flavor and taste. There you go. You can see that, right? And into this, I'm gonna give it a kick of a little bit of ginger, right? A little ginger powder, and then a little bit of turmeric. All right, good for you. Turmeric is good for your body, right? And then last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this barbecue sauce. You can see that, right? I'm gonna use this a little bit as well. Bear with me. Looks good. Not too much, just a little bit. That's it. That's perfect. All right. And then we're gonna put the lid on. All right, and then just let it simmer. I would say 3 to 4 minutes on one side, and then this is good to go. Now for the for the rice, what we're gonna do is that we're gonna add some salt to it, right? Add a little bit of salt to the rice, according to your taste, right? There you go, that's it. And you know, a little bit of pepper. Here we go. Right? And if you want, you can basically also use a little bit of turmeric, but I'm not going to use that. So I'm going to basically just add into this hot water. All right. If you have 3/4 cup of rice, then you want to add about 1.5 cups water. And then I'm just going to cook this in the microwave. All right. And it's you know, it works. Microwave rice is as good as, you know, cooking it in a pot, right? So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna use this paper towel, all right, just in case it spills, which it shouldn't, you know. And then I'm just gonna throw this into our microwave. Microwave this for about 12 minutes initially. All right, and then depending on how it goes, you can cook it for another maybe 2 more minutes. All right, so let's look at our steak in here. Starting looks good, smells good too. All right, so give it another, I would say, 1 minute, right? And then flip it. Looks good? Yes. All right, so for the greens, right? So I have the spinach in here, and then I'm going to use these what do you call the herbs? You know, cilantro and a little bit of mint as well. And then I'm just going to basically you know, chop these, right? I'm gonna chop these. Hold on a sec. Sorry. And then spinach basically is gonna cook with the what do you call, with the you know, the onions and the tomatoes for a few minutes, and that's it. And I'm gonna cut this tomato, dice it, and also a little bit of this onion. All right, it's time to flip our steak. Hold on a second. I'm sorry. Apologize. There you go. Looks good. Oh, look at that color, right? Really. So I would do another 2 minutes on that side, and this should be good to go. 2.5. 2.5, not more than that, and it's good to go. Now you can actually lower the temperature a little bit, and then that's it. We should be in business. I'll be right back. All right, everyone, so our steak is basically done. You can see it looks really good. And we're gonna take this out into our plate here. All right. Oh, looks good. The hanger steak, you can see it, right? And then you can pour this all the juice on top of this, right? There you go. So that's basically our steak that's done. Now I'm gonna simply saute with not a lot of oil, but a little bit more like water for our greens. All right, so I'm gonna use the same pan, maybe not. I'm gonna use this pan for our spinach. So what I'm gonna do is, first thing is, obviously, because I had turned out the heat on this, I'm gonna turn the heat back on. Little bit of oil, not too much. Little bit of oil. All right. Little bit of oil. That's good enough. All right. And then into this, we're gonna throw our spinach. Right. Make sure to lower the heat on this one. You don't want to overcook your greens. All right, so there you go, that's it. And then into this we're gonna throw our what do you call our tomatoes and onions, right? There you go, that's it. And this should take 2 to 2.5 minutes. Saute, because tomato also has a lot of juice, so you don't want to make it like a soup. All right, so just let it cook, saute. Obviously, we have to add some salt to it. Hold on a second, bear with me. I'm sorry. So we're gonna add a little bit of salt to it. Our sea salt. Looking good, you can see, right? And that's it. And then it should cook for again, about 2.5 minutes. And this is a perfect meal, right? I mean, with steak, I usually prefer to have something like mashed potatoes, but I didn't have potatoes, unfortunately. I'm sorry. So I'm doing rice, which is fine. I mean, I like rice too. All right, so I'll be right back. Looking at our steak, looks good, amazing, right? All right, everyone. Our veggies look good. They are done. So we're gonna turn off the heat, and look at them, juicy and fresh, right? So there you go. That's one of our sides, right? And our rice is almost done. Two more minutes, and that's it. Now this greens, I'm going to actually garnish these and the steak a little bit with our herbs. You can see right there, and the greens, right? So it gives it that nice, flavor. And what do you call the smell of cilantro and mint, right? And then I also have some cubes. You can throw them here as well, right? So there you go. That's your meal right there. And then we're just waiting for rice, right? Dinner on the fly. All right, everyone. Our rice is done as well. So let's take a look at our rice. Looks good, right? Looks good, and it's basically should be ready. I think it has a little bit more moisture. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cook this for another 1 minute. Sorry, I apologize. I'll be right back. All right, everyone. So our rice is ready, as well as everything else. So let's just make a plate, right? So rice, our heavenly steak, this one here, you can see, and our veggies, right? There you go. Our spinach and all the other greens and tomatoes and onions, right? And then just pour a little bit of this juice from the steak all over, all over. And if you want, you can actually, sprinkle a little bit of lemon onto this, and then that's it. That's your meal, your Saturday dinner for one, or even 2 or 3. All right, happy cooking, and see you. What Katie will say. I'm so excited to have this. Actually, let me take a bite. All right, let me take a bite. Hold on a second, everyone. Let me take a bite. All right, sorry, I'm just using a spatula. And let's see how it tastes, right? All right, so, oh man, perfect. Bon appetit. See you all next time.